this is a comment that's relevant, I'm sure. I made a video a while back called New Haircut, number 8 guard, receding hairline / thinning. And David K simply said, quote, any man who has a wife and some kids shouldn't worry about hair, end quote. So it is true, I have a wife and, quote, some kids. Of course, I hope you all know me well enough to know that I'm not worried about this. I'm ready to go bald so that I can more so practice what I preach about all of this, how your hair doesn't have to define you. But okay, if I must suffer and still have hair, so be it. But either way, the point of this video is, if you're married and have kids, should you care about hair loss? And I think that's an interesting question. It's a challenging, complex question, because who should care about hair loss? According to what I say in my videos, no one should care about it. You should care about being perceived as a confident man. You should be perceived as a man who's confident in his skills and abilities and who helps other people. That's what you should be concerned about, not about hair loss. But I get what he's saying. He's saying if anyone shouldn't care, it'd be a man who is preoccupied with a wife and kids and not trying to, need to be seen as physically attracted because he has hair or not. But my personal experience is a woman who's looking for a husband isn't looking for a guy with a full head of hair. She's looking for someone who's established in his career more than anything. And I get it, I'm currently a stay-at-home dad, but it still goes back to even the 1950s that a husband is a meal ticket. That you want to find a man who's motivated and can provide a living. Even right now, as I'm a stay-at-home dad, I'm making all these videos on this channel and my other one, Family Friendly Daddy Blog, and I'm blogging on familyfriendlydaddyblog.com, which produces side income for me that I get. Even then, I'm still working, and my wife appreciates that. My wife appreciates the fact that, oh, you've discovered Amazon links to make money in our blog and this other stuff, and people are going to be there anyway, and they end up buying, so that's one of those things. So my answer to this is no one should care about hair loss. No man should care about hair loss, which is one of the themes of my channel, to help men realize that no one should. In theory, should you care less if you're married with kids? In the same way that I recently said a man in his 60s shouldn't care, but there are men in their 60s who care. President Trump cares about it. How old is he? 71? Well, we all know now that he had the sculpt reduction thing, and that when the wind blows, this whole thing pops open like a cantaloupe, or whatever you want to call it, whatever kind of fruit you need to compare it to. So no man should care about hair loss. However, men of all demographics still do. I'm a man who doesn't. I'm a man who knows what my identity is, and I'm a man who has a higher self-esteem and a healthier self-esteem than most men you know. I'm very aware of my faults, but I'm very aware of what I'm good at. To me, that's what a healthy self-esteem is. In closing, I was watching Jerry Seinfeld. He has a newer stand-up comedy special that came out with several months ago, and he has a whole thing about getting flipped off. And he's like, why is it if it's the middle finger that they hold up that I'm supposed to get angry about it? He said, that's just one finger away from a thumbs up, and I should feel good about that. And that's the whole thing. Most people are so emotionally weak, they're emotional slaves to society, that they'll let a finger in the air affect their day. Nick Shell is too confident for that. He doesn't care what finger I see or what I see in the comments. It doesn't matter. My identity is solid with or without hair. So whether I'm married with kids, whether I'm in my 60s, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to anyone. But most people on their own don't figure that out. A lot of people have to come here and learn it from me, and I'm happy to do that. Here's the way I look at it. For all of those of you who tell me that I'm helping you, when I was 21 and in college and seeing my hairline go up, I said to my roommate, who was the same age as me, we were born a week apart, I said, when I'm in my 30s and balding and married and have kids, I'm not going to be the balding dad. I'm going to get a hair transplant. And for a year of my life, that's what I told myself. And here I am, almost 37, married with 2 kids, and I totally would not waste money, time, or energy on that. Especially not now. But man, if only I knew that as a 21-year-old who had no ounce of the confidence that I had now. Which reminds me of another video I need to make about Amy Schumer and her new movie called I Feel Pretty. I'll make that video right now.